Hello, welcome to Lessons Learned. I'm Sherry. This is your Finish It Friday video. And today I'm going to talk about what I have finished and what some of you have finished, as well as we have the giveaway of the quilt art calendar book to reveal. And we also have Blues Batiks to do, so hang around here. I'm not sure exactly in what order those things are going to be in this video at this moment, but I'm starting here and then we'll just go from here out into all those things. So we do have a nice quilt show for you today, a fresh crop of 10 of you who have sent your photos in to showcase your quilts, your finishes, and we'll have that here too. So hang in for the whole episode. I'm not sure what order those things are going to be in, as I already said, but we're going to get to all those. So what did I finish? I'm still dealing with my lame shoulder, so I didn't do as much sewing as I wanted to this week. But if you saw Wednesday's video, you saw me do these blocks, or I think I had 2 or 3 done then, and then I showed you one. And I did a few more. I would have loved to have continued on with those and just done a whole bunch of them. I can just envision myself going through that whole stack of 10-inch. I've got more 5 inches than I do 10, but I could probably demolish my 10-inch stack of scraps by doing these blocks right here. So these have been fun. I wanted to show you this one. So you can put a little feature block in there. That's one that I did with a feature block. And then also this one here has birds in it. The birds are kind of tossed anyway, but I thought that was cute. That's a piece of fabric that one of you sent me when I did that bird quilt, that other bird quilt from a long time ago. But you can kind of see how you can just kind of put those together all kinds of ways. I'm kind of sort of, coordinating my colors. Like this one has blues and greens in both pieces, greens and golds here. And here's an example of one that, because you do them this way, this sewing method, you don't have to worry about your directional prints being all different ways. So you just lay this block on here and your 10-inch base piece just stays the same. So these have it's like a card catalog from a library, and they have labels on them. So all of my labels are going the right way so you can read them. So that's important to me. It may not be that a big of a deal for some of you, but that's something I think that's really neat about it. The other thing that I finished this week is I put the Sparrows quilt on the long arm and I bound it. So it's quilted and bound, a complete finish. And here I will insert a video of that. It's in my home right now, and I just wanted to display it there for a little while. And I'll talk about it in this little clip. Here is the Sparrow quilt. Sparrows. This is a pattern by Pen and Paper Studios or Patterns. Blue's gonna photobomb. And I just wanted to show you the quilting. It's just kind of a leafy meander. Actually, I think it was called leafy meander. There's all of the birds. And then I used the backing. I used the binding, the same for the binding. And I'll show you the back. This is what I used for the backing. This is also a motif fabric in the Folk and Lore. So I didn't have quite enough to match this print in the 2 pieces. I was going to have to move it down about 4 or 5 inches, and that was going to cause me to not have enough for the backing. So I went ahead and took some of my scraps and did a strip set through the center. And as I said, I used the same thing for the binding. I think it turned out really good. I'm very happy with this quilt. This is kind of a bucket list type of quilt that I've always wanted to do. And here I am done already. It's amazing that I got this done this quickly. Probably inside of 3 weeks. Maybe just barely over 2 weeks. So I'm really happy with it. I hope you like it too. Okay, so now I think I'm going to go over to my sewing desk and sit down, and we'll talk about the Blues Batiks and also the winner of the calendar. Okay, I hope you made a comment on Monday's video. If you did, you are entered into this drawing for the AQS Quilt Art Calendar 2025. I'm going to push the start button. It's going to go for 7 seconds. Watch for your name. When it stops, you are the winner. Jeannie Johnson. You are the winner, and you said I did not see you record the state of Esther. Yeah, I think I did. And I would be interested in the calendar. I really look forward to every video you show. Thank you, Jeannie, and congratulations to you for winning this art calendar. I hope it helps you in your quilting life, and you can use it for your quilt projects or just your everyday life for your appointments and such. It's a really nice calendar. All right, send me an email to lessonslearnt2021@gmail.com. and I will send that right out to you. Congratulations again, Jeannie, on winning this. I think you will really enjoy it. So now let's get into some Blues Batiks and see what we got. I got a map of the United States that I could color in all the states that we've gotten so far. So I'll show you that, and then I'll start opening the next batch of envelopes. Okay, here we go on the Blues Batiks. Here is the map so far. Yes, you Western people, you need to get with it. And some of you Northern people, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get one from every state. We'll try our best. We'll see what happens today. So the first one we have is from Dolores, and she is from Mississippi. We don't have a Mississippi, so that's a new state. Here is her pair of blocks, made up in purple and yellow. Have the other one right here. And then we have one from Victoria, Canada. Wow. Now that's not on my map. I'm going to have to draw in Canada. I'll put a little star on top or something. This is from Mackenzie. Let's see here. Yes, I think that was your last name. I can't read. Wynn is your name? Greetings from Canada. Ooh, she got some light and dark blue. Pretty, pretty. Very nice. So there's 2 new ones right away. Canada, the state of Canada. Okay, we're not going to go into that. This one is from Susan, is from California. Susan's my buddy. So she sent in her block. Here it is. She just sent one, and that's fine. All I need is one from every state. That's the goal. This one is from Arkansas. Shirley. Do we have an Arkansas? Yes, we have Arkansas. It's Shirley from Arkansas. And here are her 2 blocks done up in orange and yellow. This one doesn't have a return address. It might be anonymous. How will I know? It's postmarked Louisville, Kentucky, but that might be from my post office. It's got a cute little sticker on the back here with doggies and kitties on it. That's appropriate. Yep, it's going to be anonymous. I hope you're from a state that we don't have yet, or that we do have already, so we won't miss out on that. Ooh, this one has turtles. She's got her 2 blocks made up in this jungly orange and sea turtles. Wow, I don't have one like that. Here's one from Missouri, I believe. No name on there. And Anna, can't read your name. It's not on the front. From Missouri, and do we have a Missouri? I don't think we have a Missouri, do we? Yeah, we do have a Missouri. Anna, and, oh, I can't read it. Anthros? I'm butchering your name, I'm so sorry. But here is your lovely blocks in teal and orange. Very pretty. This one's from Shelley of Ohio. And we do have Ohio. This has been an exercise in learning what shape the states are. It's been a while, like 7th grade geography, since I learned the states and their shapes. Shelley from Ohio. We have an Ohio. I said that already, didn't I? 2 shades of green and teal. Washington we have. This is Rebecca from Washington. Or Becky. She goes by Becky according to her note. Ooh, this is pretty. A deep rust and a burgundy-ish. No, that's more like a wine, I will say. Very pretty. This is from Kelly of Arizona. Hey, we don't have Arizona. Yay, we can add that one. Contrasting red and green. Pretty. This one's from Sandra of Texas. And yes, we do have Texas. She's going to have me cut these down, she said, and that's fine. Very cool. Looks like the night sky, and then there's red. It's pretty together. Judith from Michigan. Do I have Michigan? Yes, I have Michigan. Ooh, green and light yellow. Thank you, Judith. Sharon from Michigan. Thank you, Sharon. She also has 2 shades of blue. Ooh, I like that midnight blue. Isn't that pretty? In contrast to the light. Yvette from Florida. And we do have some Florida gals that have sent in. Can't get it open. It's like Fort Knox. There's tape. Let me get some scissors. And hopefully I won't cut through it. See if I can slide it right through this top of the envelope. Okay, I'm scared with the scissors now, so I'm just going to rip from here. Aha! A patterned one with some green. Cool. That's different. This one's from Ohio, and I don't have the name just yet. Let's see if it's inside. This is from Jean. I love all your all's notes you put in. These are some colors in nature, right? Very cute. Very pretty. Great addition. Cynthia from Ohio. Got some pinks, deep cherry pink and a turquoise. Earlene from, I think that's Alaska. Earlene, is that Alaska? I think it is. AK. I have to look that up. AK. It's Alaska, isn't it? What's Arkansas? AR. Yes, these are from Alaska. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, pretty. I love these. Jellyfish. Awesome. We have a Donica from Indiana. And yes, we have Indiana already. There we go. Didn't we see this one just a minute ago? I'm not sure if somebody had that. Very pretty. Another cherry red here. Very cool. One more from Sandra of Florida. These are untrimmed. I have to remember to trim these. And we have blues and greens. Here we go, a fresh bunch of batiks here. Ooh, I'm getting so excited. I've got to start putting these together. I was looking at some configurations of how to put half square triangles together today, and I saw an idea. I mean, I could always just put them in rows as they are. They would be beautiful. But I did see an interesting rendition of great big half square triangles about this size. They may have been a little smaller, but not too much smaller. And I'm thinking about doing that. So we'll see. So we had a Mississippi, and Alaska, a Canada. Is that it? I think that's 3 more states that we got that we didn't have. So we need Nevada, we need Utah, we had Arizona. We need a New Mexico, North and South Dakota. What are these two? Are those North and South Dakota? And these? I'm not sure. And a Kentucky? I don't have one from Kentucky? What? What is to the side of... Oh, there's Iowa. I don't have from Iowa. West Virginia. South Carolina, and then a lot of New England states like Maine, New Hampshire, Delaware, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, all of those. So, come on, guys. Just need just a few more states, and we can get it. I'll color the new ones in and show it to you again next week. All right, now let's get to your finishes for this week. Sun Painted Carol, and she has another one of her quarter rounded blocks that make the circles, and she's done that in a lot of different colors here, and with tropical figures on them. Another beautiful one. She puts her quilts together very nicely and very quickly. So we hear from Carol quite often. We love her talent with her sun-painted fabrics that she does and the projects that she makes with them. The next one is from Annie. She says this is called a Twisted Log Cabin. It was FPP last winter and quilted last week on my Juki. One more off my bucket list, approximately 100 by 100. I don't know how to make small quilts, says Annie. That is huge, especially to be doing it on a domestic machine. But good for you. And look at all of those small squares and squares there. Twisted log cabin. We can see why it's called that, can't we? Very interesting. And you have some, you have multiple borders, some of which are pieced. So this is quite the project that you got finished. She did that foundation paper piecing. We have one from Danae. She says, finished this one early January. It was a free pattern from a So Yeah YouTube tutorial. I used up a few of my fat quarter stash. The quilt ended up measuring approximately 65 by 68 inches. After doing this one, I am avoiding doing anything that has flying geese units in it. I know how you feel about that. Not a hard pattern, just lots of matching seams and trying not to lose the points. Used a lot of pins and went slow. Yeah, and it shows. You know, when you do diligent, accurate work on your quilts, it shows in the final result. And you did a great job. And great job, too, for using up some random fat quarters that you had in your stash. Next, we have Anne. She says, this is her latest finish and it's going right on my bed, she says. It's an English paper pieced pattern from American Patchwork and Quilting magazine. It's at least from 3 to 4 years ago because it took me a couple years to complete. I sure did enjoy making it, but I took at least a 6-month hiatus from it when other things came up. I love seeing all your stash busting ideas. Oh, my pleasure, Anne. And yes, I also have an EPP project that has yet to be finished. And my decrepit arthritic fingers just won't let me finish that. But I need to get it out and have it visible and maybe do a little bit at a time on it. I could stand to work on that. We have a new submission here from James. And it says, this is a photo of my first ever quilt top. It's the layer cake spools design. I learned a lot from making this quilt. I can't wait to get it quilted and finished. So far, I'm loving my quilting journey. Thank you, James, for sending this. I see you did the spinning spools, or what was that? Yes, layer cake spools. Yes, that's the stash buster that I had. So you did a great job on yours. You had some nice soft colors, and we can definitely see the variety in your fabrics and how you kind of did a little bit of an ombre effect with the colors. So that turned out really good. Great job. The next one is Bonnie. She says, this quilt pattern is Wanderer by Brett Lewis, an Alberta, Canada quilt designer. I took his class for this pattern at Quilt Canada 2024 in Edmonton, Alberta in June of 2024. I used Tula pink fabrics, so it is lovely and colorful. It was an interesting pattern with a lot of foundation piecing and so many different fabrics. It was a real mind game deciding what fabric to use next. I really like how it turned out, and it is the new quilt for our guest room. It is finished at 90 by 75 since I added a 5-inch border around it, and I sent it out to be long-armed. I really enjoy your videos. Thanks for being you, from Bonnie. Thank you, Bonnie, for watching. Happy to produce these videos for all of you. I love your Tula quilt. It's very different, and I see you learned a lot from the class. The quilting looks great, and what a cheery bedspread, if you will, quilt to come into as a guest to have in your bedroom. That's beautiful. A bright and cheery room. Anita is calling this her February finish. I have quite a large group of tops that need quilting. I accepted a challenge to complete at least one of these older tops per month. My best guess is I made this top back in 2016. And there's a photo bomb from her cat Midnight. Good job, Anita. This is great. You got an older top out. And look at that bright pink, all the different shades of pink in there. Now you can enjoy the labor of love that you made back in 2016, all quilted up and ready to be seen and used. Midnight's enjoying it. I have one from Janice. Now this is interesting. This is a temperature quilt. Let me see if I can find her original email. We had a little mix up with getting the photos over, so I'm trying to find the details on that. She says, this is my temperature quilt that I made for 2024. It's for the city of Davenport, Iowa. Hey Janice, can you send us some Blues Batiks? We don't have Iowa yet. I made it as a rag quilt with each square representing the high and low temperature for the day. The fabrics are from my stash. It is cotton on the front, homespun fabric in the middle, and flannel on the back. It was a fun project. I love this. And I never would have thought to have done a rag quilt as a temperature quilt, but those are just half square triangles, and she did the high and low for the day for every day of 2024. This turned out great. And it's probably not a real heavy quilt with having put homespun in the center instead of batting, but I bet it has a very nice feel to it. That makes me want to do a temperature quilt. I've never done one before. And look at her little hexagons that she put on the back. That's pretty cool. The next one is from Lori, and she has a table runner that she finished. I completed this hand-pieced and hand-quilted table runner over the weekend, and it's just the touch of spring I need to get me through the rest of winter. The pattern is from Chris O'Neill from Sew the Distance, and the fabric line is Dreaming of Tuscany by Michael Miller. I'm so pleased with how it turned out. Thank you for including it in one of your Finish It Friday segments. My pleasure, Lori. Lori is from Knoxville, Tennessee. So she did her hand stitching on there, and very cute with the springy colors, like she said, the purples and the greens and the lilacs. Yes, it makes me long for spring as well. Maybe it will get you through the rest of this awful winter. The last one we have is from Helen, and this is a little thing that she just made up herself. She says, I bought this cute set of alphabet and numbers yesterday, and I didn't want to have to dig through a container to get the right ones each time. I created a huswife to corral them from new materials bought on our quilt retreat. I could tweak the design a bit. I'm assuming you're combining husband and wife. I'm not sure when you say huswife, but she's got two pictures here where we see her clothespins with the numbers and the letters, and then the container that they're clipped to can fold into a box shape. And she says she thinks it's pretty good for just off the top of her head. I think it is too. I think it's great. Very nice. Maybe I'll make that on the channel. Maybe I can collaborate with you, Helen, and show everybody else how to do that. We'll have to talk. All right, that's all our finishes for this week. I hope you enjoyed our video segments this week. A little bit different than the normal Finish It Friday, but we got to see a good quilt show. We got to give away an engagement calendar. We got a new crop of Blues Batiks, as well as the things that I was able to work on this week and get finished. All right, we'll see you back here on Monday. Be sure and get something out to sew this weekend if you have some time. Maybe be able to carve out some time for yourself, get in your sewing room, and get something out to sew. All right, have a good one, and we will see you on Monday. Bye.